In 2017, I finished my PhD in England and I got a research and teaching position at the University of Amsterdam here in the Netherlands. I spent 4 years of my life becoming an expert on a very specific topic, and I was still feeling an imposter. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 tools that help me keep my imposter syndrome at bay and that I hope it will help you overcome yours. According to the research of Bravata and Valerie Young, approximately 82% of people have felt an imposter at least once in their life. And what is interesting is that this 82% includes executives, CEOs, astronauts, prime ministers, or any really self-confident, super fashionable person that you may think of. But what is exactly the imposter syndrome? The imposter syndrome is the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own efforts or skills. Basically, that regardless of what you achieve in your career or in life, you still feel that it was something that came by pure chance, that you didn't really earn it, that it just happened. In my case, it wasn't until 2017 that I got this postdoc position at the University of Amsterdam that I heard the term imposter syndrome. Honestly, it feels a little bit surreal that I spent 4 years of my life working on a specific topic, becoming an expert, attending congresses, analyzing data at a European level, and not even that helped me overcome the imposter syndrome that I was experiencing. The thing is, like, at some point, I didn't share with others that I was feeling an imposter syndrome, because when I share it, the reaction that I typically got is like, oh, that's okay, it's normal. I understand it. It happens that you're nervous. It will just go away. But honestly, sometimes it doesn't go away. The imposter syndrome sometimes lingers and lingers. And in my case, I had it for so long that I had interiorized that it was part of my personality. It was part of who I was. One thing that really helped me shift my relationship towards the imposter syndrome was to realize that my emotions were valid, but just because I was feeling an imposter, I was not an imposter. These emotions did not necessarily reflect my identity, reflect who I was or who I am. Over time, I learned that people who experience the imposter syndrome tend to experience high levels of anxiety. They are quite the perfectionistic type, and they are also very afraid of failure. They don't take well making mistakes. I mean, who does it, right? Learning these 3 traits was huge. It made such a difference on me, because the imposter syndrome was something that I felt that it was really hard to explain and very abstract. And with these 3 traits, I actually was able to see it as something concrete and feasible to tackle. With these 3 traits in mind, here are the 4 tools that I use to counteract these qualities. The first tool, fail on purpose. You can try several things. For instance, draw something complicated, something that feels really hard, or try a new dance move for the first time. Ow! Tool number 2, practice compassion on a daily basis. If you are really hard on yourself, like I am, practicing compassion might sound a little bit cheesy, a little bit gooey, but believe me, compassion doesn't mean that you need to hug yourself or everyone on a daily basis. Not at all. In my case, practicing compassion means that I usually ask myself on a daily basis, have I done the best today? And listen, when I say the best, I don't mean that I did perfectly, of course not. I'm a human being, but doing my best knows that I have integrated whatever I had with me, and I still gave everything I could to the situation. And I showed up fully with my weaknesses, with my strengths, with my smile, with my tears. Tool number 3, honor your daily progress. Focus on the process and not so much on the outcome. Having an outcome, a goal, is definitely important. But while you're working on a progress, you are spending most of your time on the process, on the little achievements, the steps you're taking that move you closer to that goal, and not so much on the outcome. And most of the times when the outcome is achieved, we don't even feel content. We tend to feel anxious knowing that something else is around the corner. And also, sometimes projects work, but sometimes projects don't work out. And regardless of the outcome, wouldn't it be much nicer and healthier to focus on the process as it comes? So it's really worth giving a go and trying to focus on the present, staying focused on the process and not so much on the outcome. Tool number 4, practice mindfulness. Research shows that mindfulness can really help you cope with stress and anxiety. And if you experience the imposter syndrome frequently, I'm pretty sure that you also have high levels of stress and anxiety. So if that's the case, mindfulness is a great thing to give it a go. And when I say practice mindfulness, I don't expect, nor do I mean sitting for 1 hour or 30 minutes, not even 10 minutes. Sometimes 5 or 1 minute is all you've got, and it's more than enough to help you establish this practice. And if you would like to practice mindfulness and you don't know where to start or how to do it, I have 3 meditations that you can download for free. They're very short and they're great for you to practice at work or when you have a break and you need some time to reset. I'll leave the link in the description below. So, in this video, I explain what are the main traits that I notice in my imposter syndrome experience, and these 4 tools that I have used to keep my imposter syndrome at bay. Have you ever tried any of those? Or if you haven't, how do these sound? Let me know down below in the comments, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye. Okay, second try, toma. Donuts. I don't mean or I expect, nor do. And they are afraid of failure. They don't want to fail. I mean, who does it? But you know what I mean. Oh, stop. It was something abstract that I felt, but that I could not really explain. Didn't need. Ow!